Nixplay 10-inch touchscreen photo frame review. The Nixplay Touch 10-inch touchscreen photo frames are simple and relatively easy to use photo frames that don't have the wooden and glass construction of upscale classic photo frames. They don't have the elegance of elegant classic photo frames, but they don't show that off from afar either. Nixplay wants to make sure you don't need to worry about running out of battery power when using their device. They've included a scheduling feature so you can easily turn it on and off at specific hours. And they've added an activity monitor to keep track of your usage. You may assume that this device is a camera, but it isn't. Instead, it's a microphone, so when there's no sound, the frame goes into sleep mode. We don't believe most users will want to pay for the premium version of Nixplay. But even if they do, they won't be able to access any features beyond the basic ones. With these playlists, you can share them with others so they can add their own contributions, which makes up a good set of basic functions for regular digital picture frames. But we're not completely satisfied with how photos are handled by default. Nixplay wants to make your presentations look good. But we also know how frustrating it can be when things go wrong. That's why we've made our transition effects easy to control. Just click Customize and choose between smooth, subtle, or crisp animations. Or try one of our presets. They include options for creating slideshows, and simple movies. It won't be noticeable unless you really take a close inspection of the image. However, if you don't mind having a traditional frame and one automatic sleep mode, then it's definitely worth looking into. Like most digital frames, the Nixplay Touch 10 has an LCD screen on its front panel. But unlike most digital frames, it looks more like a piece of art than just another gadget. Unfortunately, we don't think the Touch 10 will be available for purchase until next year. But if you want one now, you're better off waiting until then. Nixplay makes a lot of sense for people looking for something between a traditional photo frame and a wall mount. It doesn't require any screws or tools, and it's easy to remove if you don't want it anymore. The Nixplay is more like an ordinary picture framing device than the Aura Carver. But the Skylight 10-inch has the advantage when it comes to realism, thanks to its even more subdued look and the fact that it uses glass for the screen cover instead of plastic. The plastic display surface has a slight advantage here because it reduces reflection somewhat. However, it isn't nearly as effective as the near-matte Aura Carver. But, the fact that it reduces reflections a bit makes it worth considering. It was good for its time, but we don't think it would be able to compete with today's smartphone displays. If you're looking for a projector that's going to give you a lot of light, then the Nixplay Touch 9 isn't the best choice. However, if you want something that's going to give off enough light for any room in your house, then the Nixplay Aura Carver and its 460 nit brightness are the way to go. We don't think the Nixplay approach always works out though. The Nixplay 10 has a 1280 by 768 pixel 10.1-inch display. That's a low resolution for this size of display but normal for cheap digital picture frames. Nixplay aims to overcome the lower resolution by trying to achieve better sharpness, but this leads to an aliasing effect, making objects look slightly pixelated and jagged. We think this is worse than the aliasing effect caused by using a smoother anti-aliasing technique. As a result, the picture frame uses too much electricity. Here's how much energy the picture frame consumes according to our energy monitor.